Hi, I'm Nev. For years, I was very scared of bees. Maybe that was because of the bad experience I had when I was a kid. Only time we saw bees were when the wild swarms were flying over a house in India. And my mom used to tell me that lie down on the ground, otherwise they'll attack you. So I never had any more interaction with the bees after that. I wanted to learn beekeeping for a while, but I couldn't get myself over that fear. But recently, my wife and I decided that we're gonna buy a property, and I want to have fruit trees and all that kind of stuff. And I thought that it'd be nice to have bees too. Then I can make my own honey, but I was still scared of the bees. So I started watching a lot of beekeeping videos on YouTube. Then I realized they're not as scary as they look. By watching all the videos gave me a little bit of confidence. I can see that bees were minding their own business most of the time, and they'll just kind of leave you alone, apart from one or two who want to sting you. Then I read a few books on the beekeeping, to learn a little bit about how we do beekeeping, what's involved and stuff. Then I recently approached one of my friend, Jason. He runs a beekeeping business here in Kimberley, to have some one-on-one experience with the beekeeping, to see if I can get that little bit of confidence and get over the fear of the bees. So I think a few times I went to his house and opened the hives with him, and that gave me a little confidence. I said, yep, I'm gonna have my own hive. So a few months ago, I got my own hive. He helped me get a nuke, set up a nuke, and I've been learning a little bit about beekeeping for the last few months. And I can see that the small nuke has gone up to 4 boxes now, and I'm really enjoying it now. To so much that I have now bought a second hive as well. I haven't set it up yet, so that will be in next week or so. I need to get another nuke for that. Now my plan is to learn the basics of beekeeping over next year or so, before I go down south and buy my property. And then I want to do it on a slightly bigger scale, probably have 5 or 10 hives. So this is just my way of learning beekeeping. If you see something I'm doing wrong on these videos, please let me know, because that's how I'm going to learn. So today I'm going to check this hive. Last couple of weeks ago, actually, I put this top super on. So those who don't know about the beekeeping, this hive generally have a brood box, which is the bottom box, where all the bees have the nest. The queen will lay eggs, and you have all the larvae, brood, and all kind of stuff. We have a little honey as well, and then we can, depending on, you can have 1 or 2 brood boxes. I have 2 brood boxes on this hive. Then you have something called queen excluder. So this is like a mesh. It's made of plastic or stainless steel. So all the other bees can get through that mesh, but queen cannot go through, because queen is bigger. And top of that queen excluder, we have this honey supers. That's where all the honey is stored. So because bees can get through it, they can store honey, but the queen cannot get through that queen excluder, so she can't lay any eggs on the queen super. So honey super. And you only have nice clean frames of honey. So a couple of weeks ago I put that top box on, and I just want to see that if they have drawn the comb. I'm using plastic frames, and I give them a thick coat of wax. And all I want to interested today and want to know is that if they have drawn the comb, because they were bringing a lot of nectar and I thought that they might need some more space because the super underneath was almost full, like it's nectar everywhere, you know. Even though there's not much capped honey, but it's full of nectar. And then we'll also do some inspection and make sure queens laying egg, there are no swarm cells, because it's like a spring season here, and just want to make sure I'm on top of the hive so I don't get any problems. When I see there's no pest in there, and there are no diseases, you know, like you can a lot of diseases like American foul brood, you know. If that's there, that's reportable. You have to report it to the authorities, and then you have to, you know, basically get rid of your hive, burn it, or I don't know how I'm gonna do with this plastic hive. But this plastic hive, this is insulated. These are Technoset ones, and they're insulated. They're double wall with the styrofoam inside, so they're very good for weather up here in Kimberley because it gets really hot. So we'll see. So let's open this hive and see how the bees are doing it in the top super. If they are drone or the comb, I'll be very happy to see. If we see a queen, I'll show you in the camera as well. Let's have a look. So we use the smokers of smoker for, you know, people who don't know about beekeeping. We use a little bit of smoker. It kind of calms the bee, and they kind of don't bother you too much. So we do a few puffs at the entrance, and we'll do a few puffs under the lid. You can open it. We use the hive tool. This is a special tool made for the beekeeping. We use this to crack open the boxes because bees seal those boxes with the propolis. So I'll do put some little bit more under the. Do a few minutes. So you can see this black stuff here on top of the box. This is propolis. This is what bees make to seal any gaps and stuff. Yeah. So I can already see that this box is already drawn up, or getting there. You can see that there's this black plastic frame, and the bees have already started to draw it, which is a good sign. Yep. See? That's good. I'm just gonna have a quick look at these boxes. I'm gonna. Yep. So it's good. I'm ready. This is my second super box. I can see that it's getting full of honey. So like I said, this is a special hive tool, so we use that to crack open the boxes, lift the frames up, even scrape any propolis or extra wax like this, so you can actually clean the frames and boxes, you know, so they stay tidy. It's a nice frame. You can see there's almost all capped out. Other side is half. That's good. Beautiful. So this frame, I'm doing something different. I use this honeycomb cassette, so I'm trying to make some honeycomb. And these are special plastic cassettes you can use. I had to improvise a little bit with my frame so that cassettes can fit. And I can see that they have beautifully drawn all these 3 combs. A couple of weeks when I checked, they only had drawn this one, and there was only half this one, but they have drawn this completely. This is full, and they are already working on the second one, which is pretty good. So I'm really happy with that one. Ah, that's good. Another small cassettes. These are really good looking already. See, I'm really happy with this box, getting quite full. I just had to wait for bees to cure all the nectar and turn into honey, you know. So when all the frames get capped with the wax, that's when we know it's like honey is ready for harvest. At the moment, it's like only half the frame is done. So I think in probably a few weeks time, I'm hoping that will be full. So this is the mesh thing I was talking about. This is queen excluder. So much smoke coming. I need to relight my smoker. So this box is a brood box. So that's where queen lay eggs. Try to take out the second frame from entry because generally they are honey. That way it gives you a little bit more space to work the frames, so you don't accidentally squash your queen if it's there. So you can see that this is just a frame with a lot of nectar. They filled it up. Put them side. A lot of honey in this side. Got a little bit of pollen there. Right, that's a very nice frame. See that this is all cap brood, and a very nice pattern, full frame of brood. This means the queen is really healthy. She's laying really nicely. Yep, again, a lot of brood. There's a pollen there. I don't know if you can see it here now. So this is all pollen in there. This is all brood. So all the bees will emerge from these ones. Oh, look there. There's a bee getting born right now, coming out of the cell. And she's almost there, and there she comes. And she is on to work. That's cool. See? So this frame have a lot of brood, plus a lot of young larvae. If I can, I wonder if I can show you guys on the camera or not. But here is all the cap brood, but here is all the young larvae. All the eggs are hatched into young larvae. After this, I checked all the other frames in the hive to make sure there were no swarm cells and there were no pest or disease, and there was sign of laying queen in the hive. So this is a first brood box, which is the first one on the ground, and this was the original one where we had the nuke. Probably able to see it a few rubber bands. So we used the rubber bands for the cutouts because when I got the box, it didn't have enough frames, so bees they built it on the box, so I had to cut all the comb from the box and put it on inside the frames and use rubber bands to keep it in the place. I keep checking all the other frames, looking for any swarm cells, making sure hive was healthy, there was no pest or disease in the hive. Then I saw something which I was not expecting. So that's why we do inspection, guys, this season. You see that there's a heaps of queen cells here. Now and that's when the disaster happened. For some reason all my boxes were nicely stacked up, were tipped over and fell on the floor, and bees were everywhere. That's when I realized that I lost a fight for this inspection, because there were thousands of bees everywhere, and I could not see the queen after that, even if I wanted to. Yeah, so there are a lot of queen cells here. You see these ones. So definitely sure queen is there. There's also the eggs. So need to get rid of these ones, otherwise they make a new queen and they swarm, which we don't want. So I knocked off all the queen cells in the frame, and I checked the rest of the frames as well to make sure there were not any other queen cells. This way, hopefully my hive will not swarm. Later I realized I could have kept the frame and used this to split the hive to make a second nuke, which I need for my second hive, but that was too late. So I'm not sure now, because I did see some eggs, very young larvae and stuff. So this means the queen was there, maybe today as well, because it was just the eggs. But then I saw heaps of queen cells. I don't know why. And I'm not sure if you guys captured on the camera, but kind of made a mess here. The boxes are resting on top of each other. They kind of flipped over, and the bees were everywhere. And so I couldn't really see the queen. Hopefully, I'm gonna leave it for now. Maybe next week. I need to check the hive again, and see if there's any eggs and stuff in there. If there are eggs next week as well, then there's a queen there, then I don't need to worry about it. But if it's not, then I might be in trouble. Yep. Because the bottom box was very defensive. They say generally they're defensive like that, they're queenless, but I saw the eggs. Queen should be there. But I guess only time will tell. We'll check next week. We see. For next week, I'll just focus on the brood boxes only. Just take the honey super off and just focus on the brood box to see if you can see a queen or eggs, and after that, I might have to bring my mate Jason for his advice. But that's it for now. We'll see you next time.